you know? Some new
Why?
process.
Why? Why?
23 years in this country and still no efforts to
Why?
take the steps.
Why? That's due process
So
right
it's
there.
like, that's not misfortune, that's entitlement.
Yeah.
And now the family's upset that I showed up. He wasn't indicted for just a few months. He chose to ignore the law for 2 decades, over 2 decades. I mean, you can work hard, raise kids, and be peaceful, but if you're here illegally, you're still illegal.
Thank you.
That's not cruelty. That's called what I learned in school, cause and effect.
Yeah.
Same thing. The law doesn't owe you a pass because you overstayed your welcome. Now, my ICE is doing what it's supposed to do. Guess what police are stuck doing in California? You're not going to believe this. Not chasing criminals, not backing ICE. They're babysitting the public to keep them from attacking the federal agents.
Yeah, you guys, we're live from Linda Vista, California, where they're abducting civilians who are innocent and who have done nothing wrong. They've already taken 3 people. San Diego PD is assisting Border Patrol with this operation today.
Over here, it's state security. We have not made any immigration arrests. California law does not allow us to do that. California law does permit us to assist them with officer safety issues around us, of getting surrounded. We can come and make sure members of the public are not assaulting them or interfering in their investigation.
Okay.
We are
You're not making any arrests, you're just protecting them so they can do their duties. Okay. Take off your mask! Show your faces! This guy wants to take a picture of me but won't identify himself. Yeah, go walk away. Scared, right? Yeah, get my picture. I don't care. I really do not care. I really do not care at all if you guys get me on video because I'm already all over social media using my voice, spreading awareness to what you guys are doing. You're kidnapping innocent families. It is not right what you are doing. You guys, we're live from Linda Vista, California.
The officer, he makes it clear. He said we're not able to make immigration arrests. California law doesn't allow it. We're here to ensure ICE doesn't get assaulted by the public. Did you hear that? Did it? ICE is doing their job, and the cops are there to protect ICE from the mobs. Wow. That's it, man. The public isn't scared to break the law. They're bold enough to interfere with a federal operation. This is the result of soft Democrat leadership, man. Cops can't enforce. They shield the enforcers. California basically handcuffed their own police. They let the public get so lawless that ICE needs bodyguards to do what should be routine. But not every citizen, not everyone, is out there asleep. Watch what happens when one man gives ICE the exact blueprint to clean house.
Take her. You're doing a good job. Real talk. I'm the one that sent y'all the email to come over here. Yeah. Hey, around the... ICE is not playing. Whoa. You don't want to mess with them, bro. You do not. If y'all went to the second line and make a right, and that second line is the whole park full of them. Yeah. First light, the light, 76 gas station, make a right. When you get to a first light, there's a whole park right there, a whole bunch of them just full of them, tents and all that. Yeah, get them up out of here. ICE is not going to
Now, the integrity of this job, we can question that or whatever the case in terms of what context may have led, or in terms of their right context may have led him to want to do this. But let's just say, what we got from this, he didn't do too much. He gave ICE turn directions. So go past the gas station. He said, go under the bridge. There's a whole lot of them over there. to say that's what it looks like when Americans get tired of excuses. I definitely say that, man. No fair, just facts. Well, the states call it snitching. Hey, man. Show some of the business over and everybody call it a cleanup. Now, this isn't. Don't try to crossroad this with homeless people. We're talking about criminals. That's it. Well, basically, he's saying that the government won't protect the neighborhood. He will. And just when you think that was bold, wait till you see what I showed up next. The class all people. That's right. The hardware store. Day labor. Corners just cleaned out yard. Look.
A chaotic scene as U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents chase after and detain at least half a dozen people this Home Depot Monday on San Fernando Road in Cypress Park. Community members trying to gather names and birth dates from those being taken into custody in unmarked vehicles.
Había gente que estaban, ellos cuando la agarraron,
Alfredo Coronella says when the agents grabbed people, they were hitting people with brute force.
fuerza bruta, pues. It's fast that she gone.
Witnesses say they took a woman who had been here in this parking lot over the freeway selling tacos.
They got the lady who sells tacos down here at the end of the bridge. They got her too.
Diamond Cruz says the agents who arrived in several vans grabbed some of the people she'd been sitting with.
They just rolled up and they stuck up behind them, faced them, and grabbed one of the cats. They grabbed two of my friends who were sitting right here.
Mother says she rushed down here to the Home Depot to try and help as many people as she could or protest when she heard about the raid.
I've been volunteering to help with community people. I've been trying to just respond if there is something nearby the community. It feels wrong not to be there because it could happen to anybody.
One man says he saw some of these workers run into the job center set up here in the Home Depot parking lot to use it as a safe haven as they were being chased by the federal agents.
They came through the homeless camp right around the corner from the Home Depot.
Witnesses say they took people from this nearby homeless encampment and detained a man who had been sitting in his chair near the store protesting ICE. In a statement, Home Depot said, "We aren't notified that ICE activities are going to happen, and in many cases, we don't know that arrests have taken place until after they're over. We're required to follow all federal and local rules and regulations in every market where we operate. But these sudden enforcement actions are leaving entire communities on edge."
Now, I have to admit, this is what we showed in the previous video. However, the purpose of me applying it to this video is because as I was building it, I realized that the previous clip was connected to this one. And I was like, well, I wouldn't be doing my job right if I didn't show the full context. So, that was the aftermath of what we just seen in the prior clip. This isn't just about criminals, though. It's about the legal system to undercut legal workers, ignore permits, and leave cities looking like open air markets. Yeah, for what? A few tacos, I mean, hey, a kid. If you operate and shot up with no problem, the spotlight to get you there. These raised homes and justice is going to fit it. But every part is that group. One of the loudest voices calling from the DHS. Is a man who entered this country illegally himself. Can't make himself.
In Los Angeles, South Los Angeles, Long Beach, anywhere else in the community. They are causing terror to people here, and they are kidnapping and arresting people with no criminal records. In addition, this massive bill that is in front of Congress right now only supercharges the terror that they have here in Los Angeles and across Southeast LA. It will double the amount of detention opportunities for Donald Trump and Kristi Noem. And please understand, these centers right now, people are in detention centers with no due process, which is illegal under the Constitution, little access to attorneys for help, and many perhaps the state are not getting enough food or water or support. These are horrific conditions that must end. I'll also say this. This community deserves justice, and we're going to make sure on the Oversight Committee and its leaders that everyone is responsible will be held accountable.
I see it. An illegal immigrant who got to stay under amnesty now sits in Congress using that platform to tell people enforcing the law to get out. That's not courage, that's betrayal, y'all. He broke in and got rewarded and now lectures the rest of us. The Democratic Party is full of characters, man, who benefit from the system, tear it down once they get a seat at the table.
That's why we should fire all of them funky fuckers. We stupid for even having them bitches.
This agenda reflects the American people. Shout out to Scott Jennings on CNN. He does not get paid enough.
I don't accept the projections on this, number one. Number two, it is not unpopular. It is not unpopular to invest in ICE. It is not unpopular to give this agency what it needs to deport violent criminals. It is not unpopular to make sure illegal aliens are not getting welfare. It is not unpopular to take able-bodied Americans who are not doing anything, who are choosing not to work. It's not unpopular to say, we're not paying for your welfare when we're asking everybody else to get up and go to work. These are popular provisions, as is no tax on tips, as is keeping the tax rates low. You keep talking about the popularity of the bill. Individual provisions are exactly how Trump won the national popular vote. It will work if they run the play.
But it's currently not working, and that's why you have 4 no votes currently happening, because
You don't know why they're voting no. You don't know what their motivations are, and they may flip.
they're voting no because they don't agree with the bill. They're voting no.
They may have individual questions.
They're well,
But the vast majority of Republicans know this is the play the president has called.
plenty of time to convince and to get their pockets in order.
Not that much, you just gave them the Senate the other day.
And they
Cutting taxes, deporting illegal, blocking welfare from non-citizens. That's not controversial if you ask me. That is common sense. Wouldn't you agree? Common sense. Dr. Jennings, man, he said it straight. This is how Trump won. The Democrats would much rather lose the country than admit the truth is catching up. And just when the policy actually worked, just when border crossings dropped 99%, the system found a way to sabotage it. Trump shuts the border, crossings plummet, and the judge, appointed by Obama, this guy, strikes it down. Why? Because the results always threaten the narrative. The left needs chaos. Illegal immigration isn't a crisis to them, it's a currency. And every time we get close to restoring order, they call it unconstitutional channel. They stayed here illegally and they knew the risk. And in that first clip, when they showed up, he didn't protest, saluted basically. And that's the story that you're not supposed to see. That's what you won't see. That's the kind of truth that destroys liberal lives. That would be said, go check out somebody today before they defend their life. Please.
First, KJP's SOS. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Another day, another liberal hot